Hello, high levelers. Rayo Daniel here, and I'm going to make a very short video about how you can get started with high level, making thousands of dollars very quickly in the first 30 to 60 days. Now, I know that's a bold claim, but as an affiliate of the GoHighLevel platform, I have a lot of people who sign up underneath me who always ask me, how do they begin? What do they sell? High level is such a huge platform. It's such a large amount of feature set. How do I begin breaking this down, selling it, and creating a package that somebody would actually want? So I decided, let me just give you something here for those people that may be struggling out there, or even if you want to start, maybe even offering a new type of package in your SaaS company. I at least wanted to be able to offer you something here. So right now, let's hop into it and let's just see what we got here. Okay, so high level agency, one of high level AI agency. Now, one of the nice features about high level is that it has been introducing AI into the mix over the last year, which has been great. And right now, I'm not going to go over all the AI features. I'll actually link a video in the video description here of a couple of other AI videos if you're interested. What I wanted to do is just talk about some of the base features that high level has and some of the packages that you could sell AI included with this. So, like, what would be included if you wanted to start an AI agency and you just wanted to help people out using this part of this feature set of the high level platform? What would that look like? Let's go and hop into it here and take a look. So here's just an example here of just some of the things that you can create in a very small package. Now, again, I know high level has a ton of things, ton of features in it. Okay. Let's just ignore everything and let's focus on just some of the features that can really help small businesses out. And by the way, I'm not going to leave you hanging. Give me just a second. Once we're done here, I'm going to show you some of the people that you can specifically go after and target that will actually benefit from this type of package. So just hang in there with me until a little bit later, and I'm going to go over that. But here's a package that you could sell, and here's some of the pricing that you can offer for it that I think is very reasonable based upon just market trends and this and the cost of them being able to acquire new customers, them being your clients or the person that you're going after. Now, inside of high level, everything revolves around the CRM system. So you're never going to be able to get away from the CRM system with whatever package. You have got to have something because the CRM system is the core. Everything in high level, the CRM's in the center. You got AI, you got workflows, you got contacts, opportunities, pipelines. You got all this stuff that connects to the CRM system. So you're not going to get away with it. You have to have that. Now, one of the other things that I think is beneficial is being able to at least offer website or funnel hosting. Or if they don't have a website or if they don't have a funnel or something, a point of presence online, you have to be able to offer that to them because this is something that a lot of people are losing value over. Businesses that don't have a website presence are losing customers over and over again. I wish I had a really great statistic to give you, but I bet it would be very high because if you don't have a website, people can't see what your services are. They can't see how much you charge. They can't answer or be able to get basic information regarding your services. What do you do? What areas you service? How much is your pricing? Do you do this service or that service? You have to at least be able to have something, even if it's a one-page website or funnel, it doesn't really matter. If they don't have that, you have to be able to offer that to them. Number one, because of just what I just said, being able to just have somebody get questions answered. But number two is the next thing. The chat widget is another thing that I would definitely offer inside of the high level platform here is to be able to communicate with customers over just with, through their website. So they go to the website. I personally like the live chat widget because it seems a little bit more inviting where you can just open it up and start typing something in versus the sort of old fashioned website chat widget that has you put in your name, phone number, and message. That's almost like a contact us page type of thing. And that right there is not something that I think is probably beneficial. A lot of people will just, if it's a live button, they'll click it open and start typing questions. And from there, of course, you can have AI. This is conversational AI, and I'm going to hop into that in just a minute. But you can have that respond, answer questions, and even book appointments if necessary. So that's another thing that I would have. Another thing that you can include in the package is a phone number. Why? Because a phone number is going to be absolutely be required in order for you to utilize any of the AI features. Okay. Now, do you need that with a live chat widget? No. But right now, to utilize some of the more advanced features here, and I'm going to get to those in just a minute here when we talk about the AI employee, but a phone number is going to be required, and it's a great way to be able to track new customer calls that come in. This is a great statistic that you can offer people is look how many people we've got calling in versus how many customers we received. Now they can actually start tracking this. My bet is a lot of customers and businesses don't even know how many phone calls they get every week, and therefore they don't even know what value that these customers have to them. So it's just crazy. But workflow automation is the next thing that I would offer, or at least include in the package, because you will need to have workflow automations built in behind the scenes that does things with AI, that does things with appointment settings, that just does stuff with review AI, things like that. And I know I'm hopping a little bit early with the AI employee, but dealing with reviews to be able to ask for Google reviews, reply to Google reviews and things like that. So right now, that's at least a base feature. Now, a lot of these workflow automations, I would encourage you, I'm going to give a link in the video description I have a ton of snapshots that I offer for free, depending upon which type of industry you're going after, or if you're looking to sell reputation management, or even using the missed call text back feature. I've got snapshots that I offer for free for all of that. And I'm going to leave a link in the description below for you to access that and download that from my community, again, which is absolutely free. But these workflow automations, you don't have to build them. They're already built. You just have to install the snapshot and then copy those workflows into whatever sub account you want. Now, the next biggest thing is the AI employee. This is the big launch here. This AI employee is a new feature that Highlevel unveiled, unleashed in October 2024, whenever they had their summit for that year. Rather than having all of these different AI features and AI functions, they said, hey, we're getting crazy with this AI. We need to pull all of these AIs into one kind of system and rebrand it, if that makes sense. Now, the AI employee, I do want to hop over just to a help article and just use this as a basis to help you understand where we're at. Here are the features that come with the AI employee. You get the voice AI. Now, this is a new cool feature where this is like a virtual employee. If you don't have anybody that's there answering the phones 24/7, the voice AI is going to be great for that because you can get it configured. You can actually get it set up and it can actually answer, route calls to you appropriately. It can transfer calls. It can actually contact information. It can, gather a bunch of information. It can do a lot of different things and even execute workflows and so forth once it's done. So that's a great new feature. Conversation AI, this is the piece that ties into the website chat widget. So this piece you also get as well. You also get content AI. Now, in this kind of example, content AI really is not going to be very useful to the package that you have here because content AI really deals with writing things like for email marketing or for funnel, writing copy on your funnels or things like that. That's where content AI comes in, blogs and creating images and things like that, which is not really what you have here. But you do get the funnels and website AI. Now, this is very cool because you can actually use AI to generate that website or that funnel that we talked about earlier. So you don't even have to build it. You can just say, hey, this is the kind of service that I'm looking to build. Funnel or website AI, build a website based upon these parameters, and AI will do it. And it'll be 85, 90% done. Of course, you'll always have to put their logo and customize it and things like that. Maybe put their phone number on the website. But those things are going to be very minor to do afterwards. But if they don't have a website, the funnel and website AI can generate it in just a few minutes. And again, that's all part of the AI employee. Now, the next thing you get is the reviews AI. This is a feature that you can sit back and offer with your package. Now, with your workflows and automations, I didn't specifically say reputation management is what you're selling because the reputation management really is built into the workflows and to the reviews AI. Yes, you can sell reputation management as part of this package that we're talking about here. You can include this in here, but really the reputation management pieces are already present. If you're going to have the CRM, you're going to have email functionality. Of course, you're going to get that set up so that they can send emails to each other. Workflow automations. That's the key to doing the reputation management is having the workflow fire to send off emails or even text messages if you want and things like that. That's included. And then AI employee wraps all of that up by giving you the ability to do reviews AI. Now, I do want to take a quick second here because I'm sure I've got at least some people out there that's going to be sitting there going, okay, Ray, but what about the A2P registration? Doesn't that really affect you? And how do you get beyond that? Okay, I get it. A2P registration can be a challenge, if you want to include that. But some of the things, depending upon what you've got and what you want to set up for the client, you don't need A2P registration. Please keep this in mind. If you have a phone number, inside of that phone number, you can do inbound and outbound calls. You can receive inbound text messaging. So all of that's available for you with just a phone number without having any A2P registration. It's only when you want to send outbound text messages do you actually have to get A2P certified. Now, if you never send outbound text messages, then you don't need to worry about that. Okay. If you're dealing strictly with the voice AI system, with the reviews AI, let me hop back over here and look at this. So if you're dealing with reviews, you can send people an email as a follow-up. You don't necessarily have to send them a text. And emails, you don't need A2P registration. So you can send them an email, say, hey, leave us a Google review, and then follow up with them. Then when they do leave a review, then the reviews AI system through the integration process, because when you onboard them, you're going to integrate their Google business profile and things like that, Facebook profile or Facebook page into this sub account. The reviews AI can then respond to that automatically. It doesn't need A2P registration. If you're going to be using the voice AI, that's going to be inbound and outbound calls. Okay, again, doesn't need A2P registration with that. So just think about it. You don't have to do A2P registration here if you don't want to. Now, if you're, again, using voice AI, you really don't need to be dealing with the missed call text back feature. Just think about that. I know some people out there are like, what about the missed call text back? How do you respond to that? You don't need that because voice AI is always going to answer the phone. You see what I'm saying? So voice AI, in a sense, is a replacement for the missed call text back feature. So you don't necessarily need that, again, if you implement the voice AI system. Now, doing this, you have two options here. And this goes back to the pricing models that we see here. So notice over here, we've got pricing models. I think $397 is a very low on this one here. Of course, you could sell it for cheaper. But again, I'm going to hopefully explain a little bit about this on the next slide. But I think 397 is a good base. And if you want to sit back and offer up to 597, you can do so depending upon the model that you want to do this. Now, follow me on this. Here's the pricing model for the AI employee. Okay. And I'm going to make sure that everybody can see this. So there are two types of plans. You can have an unlimited plan, which if you do the math on this, you can simply look, how many phone calls do you get? How many minutes of voice AI do you use every month? How much conversational AI do you use? You might want to do sort of a pay per usage in the beginning. And then if that fee starts getting beyond the unlimited plan, then you might want to switch to unlimited. But you do have 2 points here. So I would say probably go toward the 397 plan with paying for extra usage. So that you might include a little bit with that, like $10 worth of usage in your SaaS plan. So you might want to include that. But here, put them at the 397 with the pay per usage model, and then charge them for any of their usage. And then if the usage starts getting too high, then maybe switch them to a higher plan where you include unlimited monthly on all of these. And then that way there's at a fixed cost. So I hope that makes sense to you. So those are the two different ways that you can sit back and just simply deal with your pricing. But again, trying to keep things simple. Okay. I don't necessarily want to include documents and e-signing here. I don't want to include invoicing. I don't want to include like forms and surveys and quizzes and all the other stuff that Highlevel has. We're not going to be dealing with any of that. We're trying to be very focused on these small group of features for a particular set of clients. Now, having talked about clients, let's move to the next slide and talk about that. With this particular type of package, who are you looking for? Now, in previous videos, I said you need to focus on your niche. Your niche is really just a way of understanding how a certain type of business works, because once you understand how that business works and functions, you can probably design packages that will satisfy their business problems that they have. Now, in this kind of case, these are some common business problems that happen across multiple niches. So who can benefit from this plan right here? From having a CRM, funnel, website, chat widget, phone number, workflow automations, and AI employee? Now, let me just help you understand this. What exactly will this solve? This will solve the customer's ability to sit back and, number one, always have the phone call answered every time they call. Number two, they would have a website they can go to get additional information before they call, because a lot of people want to at least find out. They don't want to feel stupid, for lack of a better word, by calling when the answer to the question is right there on the website. And if the website is already listed on the Google Business profile, why not just simply click on the website, go take a quick look at it before I actually make a phone call? Okay. So you're getting that. You're also getting the ability to have customers communicate and operate with your AI person live without you having to answer the phone, which means that your owner operator, your business owner, technicians now can start doing what they do best: service the customer, make revenue, and make more money. You're giving them a phone number, which is going to allow them to do phone number tracking. And of course, utilize a lot of the built-in features, because again, without a phone number, you can't use the workflow of the AI employee here. So that's another sort of deal killer on that one. Now, another people always say this. I always get this thing. I have clients now that have had that phone number for 30 years, and there's no way they're going to get a new number. Okay, fine. I get that objection a lot with people. And what you're trying to simply convey to them is, Mr. Business Owner, you can keep your number for 30 years. I'm not asking you to do with your number. All I'm trying to do is change the public facing number. So then we're more effectively able to track all the new customers that you get. All the old customers that still have your number programmed in there, let them call your phone number directly. That's not a problem at all. We're just simply trying to sit back and address the new customer problems where customers don't know you. And we're just trying to make sure that you don't lose those customers because you simply can't answer the phone or answer their questions, which would in turn allow them to schedule a service call or book an appointment to utilize your service for you to be able to make money. Hopefully that makes sense. Putting the phone number on there, again, yes, you could use services. There's a lot of different services. The one built into Highlevel is called Yext. I'm not going to go into that here, but Yext has the ability to go and change all of the phone numbers and things like that to make them all consistent across all the databases. And if you wanted to, you can include that in your package as well. You might want to bump it up a little bit on the monthly rate because Highlevel does charge you for that particular service, but check that out. So let's go back to, who are we targeting here? One of the targets that we're going to do is owner operators. Now, a lot of people who are really good at what they do will go out and start a business at what they do because they're good at it. Now, once they're being good at it here and they want to start growing and scaling their business, they realize that it's becoming a problem. I can't do everything. I can't answer the phones. I can't do the invoicing. I can't do the billing. I can't go out and make money. I can't meet customers for estimates and things like that. I need help. I need assistance. These are the type of people that you're dealing with here. Now, one of the other misconceptions I want to make sure people understand here is when you go out and try to sell people this service, you're not selling them shit. You're helping them. And that's the way I want you to think about this. You're not selling them anything. As Mr. Business Owner, I know you have a business problem because I know your particular business. You don't have somebody in the office all the time. Again, that's another part of here. No receptionist. So any business that does not have a dedicated full-time receptionist, is it definitely can help out with this. This right here is like a virtual employee for a few $100s a month. How much would it cost to hire somebody to sit there for 8 hours with common, even if you offered them whatever, $15 an hour? That's going to be a hell of a lot more than three or $400 or $500 a month that you're offering for 24/7 service, not just 8 to 5. We're talking holidays, nights, weekends, everything. You get the same system and it's consistent every single time. Unlike a receptionist who may call in sick, hey, my kids need something else, I have to take the day off or whatever, and it doesn't work out. Now you have to fire them and hire somebody else. You don't even need to do all that. Okay. So these are the type of people that you're looking for. Some other ones that are really great are businesses that actually have answering services. These are one of my favorites because people who have answering services, number one, answering services are people business and they're getting expensive. Now, most answering services are probably somewhere in the, I'm going to say at the low end, like $100 a month for a very low minute package to even upwards of $200 or $300 a month for calls that you get all the time, especially for people who have 24/7 service. If you're a service business and you offer 24/7 service support, all of these 24/7, you can just look on their Google ad or their Yellow Pages ad to see if they offer 24/7 support. But these are prime people here who offer that service that would need this type of work because why? They're already paying out hundreds of dollars a month in answering service calls. Now, what does the answering service do? Think about this. All they do is answer the phone live saying, "Hi, you've reached Joe's Plumbing Service. How can I help you?" That's it. And then they get the name, the phone number, what's the problem, and then they send that information to somebody to be analyzed. Guess who else can do that? AI employee, you guessed it. AI employee can do exactly the same thing, say exactly the same thing, and work 24/7, answer the phone regularly, and not be as expensive because even though it could be charged per minute if you're on the per usage plan, if you have the unlimited plan, that thing can work all the time, every time. So I hope that makes sense. So if you start looking at any business, and this could be service-based, home-based business, nail salons, it could be massage spas, it could be landscaping companies, it could be auto detailing places, just take your pick, even chiropractors and even doctors' offices. These people can all benefit from this type of technology because it's like hiring a virtual employee with automation. Not only do they get that where they don't lose the ability to lose a customer, now they start getting some other features, some other things that you can do with workflow automations. And that's again for another video. But having reputation management is something else that you can help them out with, along with answering the phones and getting more customers. Now, the last thing I want to sit back and look at here specifically is I would recommend businesses where and this right here, if you take a look, CLV is like customer lifetime value. Now, people don't understand necessarily what that means, but a business owner will. So if you go to a plumbing, I spoke of Joe's Plumbing earlier, you can bet that Joe's Plumbing knows how much a new customer is going to bring them. If they get a call with a new customer, that customer could be at least several $100s to, if Joe does a great job and service them, they're going to call Joe again and again. And of course, there's always going to be big jobs that happen, like plumbing sack replacements or new hot water heaters and things like that are going to come up that you're really going to make profitable. So anytime where you have a customer lifetime value of just say $1,000 or higher, then just think about this. Every time the business owner fails to answer the phone call, doesn't answer the question for the person, doesn't communicate with people in real time, that customer is just going to simply go down to the next list, next person on the Google's list of businesses and call the next person. And then they're going to potentially be losing somebody worth $1,000 to them. How many times does that happen to these people every month? How many times does a business owner get, let's just say it's a plumber and let's just say it's wintertime because plumbers get busier in the wintertime. Why? Because it's cold, pipes freeze, things like that happens. It's crazy how it happens, but plumbers just get busier in the wintertime. So let's just say it's in the middle of winter. It's been freezing for 3 weeks now, below freezing for 3 weeks. All the pipes are freezing. The plumber is just putting in 18-hour days trying to service everybody. They're getting phone call after phone call. That plumber is not going to be able to answer those phone calls. He's too busy dealing with the people that he's already got service, maybe his existing clients and things like that. He just simply doesn't have time. This is a great example of where an AI employee can come in, answer those phone calls, get back to people, and at least set realistic expectations of service times. Guys, I'm just trying to give you an example of what you can do inside of Highlevel, a quick package that you can build, a service offering, a package pricing, and who do you need to go out and target for this. So I hope you found this video useful. If you did, give me a comment. Let me know what you think. If you think I'm full of crap, then let me know I'm full of crap. But if you think it was useful, if you think it was beneficial, leave me a comment. Let me know. I appreciate it. If you have not subscribed to my channel, you're crazy. Hit the subscribe button here because I give you a lot of great videos here every week. And lastly, if you are looking to sign up for Highlevel, I am an affiliate of Highlevel. I have a 30-day free trial link in the description below. Please check it out. And also, one of the next things that people may have is, great, Ray, you've given us all these clients we need to target. Now, how do I find them? Guess what? I'm going to leave you a video to how to get all the leads for free in this video as well below in the video description. Guys, thanks so much for hanging in with me and have a great day. Bye-bye.